Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Whit Tarlton, driver of Spider-Man. How you doing?
Doing good, doing good.
What's your plan of attack going out for tonight's event?
I want to fly high and long. How about that?
Yeah.
Throw down some good donuts.
It's the first time the Spider-Man name has ever been here. Is there a little bit of weight on your shoulders trying to represent this brand new name
Oh,
here
it
at
is.
Englishtown?
It is. It's a lot. Bring it out right out of the box and let the people here in Englishtown see it.
Yeah.
And it is a little bit of weight on my shoulders trying to get out there and put on a good show.
Well, of course, you've been here many years. Of course, you've been here for a few years now. You're kind of used to the track, but now that there's a different racing setup this year, is it kind of a little bit more challenging now that you have to stay in your own lane and turn around there?
Oh, it'd be a little bit of challenge down there. It might get a little slick down on the other end when we turn, but maybe we'll make the best of it since it ain't raining. A lot of time it rains here, so maybe it's a good drive there and we can get a good turn and make a good pass coming back.
I've been hearing a lot of things over the internet that your teammate Gary Porter is getting a brand new chassis for next year for Gravedigger. Are those rumors true?
We'll just have to see.
Okay. This year you've been doing the Freestyle Mania tour. How was it being one of the select trucks to be doing this special tour of Freestyle Mania in these arenas? Was it kind of a challenge for you doing all these different competitions like the timed obstacle course, or was it really after the first few shows was it just easy riding?
It was pretty much easy riding there. It put a lot of time in the seat. It gave me a lot of time in the seat, and that always helps.
I've been hearing a lot that this Spider-Man chassis, which was last year Monster Mutt, that this chassis was actually the original Sting truck back in the early days. Is that true?
That's true. Sure is.
Out here tonight, of course, last year in the August show, you got some pretty sick wheelies out there, some pretty sick slap wheelies. Are you planning to do the same here tonight?
Yeah, just see how it works out. I've got a different setup on my shocks, so that might change things.
One last question. You got a tough field of trucks here. If you go up against, let's say, your teammate Gary or Tom Mentz, are you just going to hammer down, or are you going to keep it cool and stay conservative?
I'm going to stay conservative, keep the truck together so I can put on a good show.
Okay, thanks for talking, Whit.
Appreciate it, Daniel.
See you today, Gary.
Just fine. Hope you are.
What's your plan of attack going into this first Englishtown event of 2010?
Well, really looking forward to it. You know, they brought a good lineup of trucks here, and we're going to be first out racing Taz. We're racing, and so I'm definitely going to have my work cut out for me right off the bat there, and you know, we're just going to run the truck as hard as we can and see what happens.
I heard from Whit a little bit earlier that the racing course this year is actually different because you have to stay in your own lane and turn around in your own lane. Is that going to be a little bit?
Well, the biggest difference here is here we don't have any dirt ramps. We'll be hitting fresh cars broadsided, you know, with no dirt ramps, and so you know that's always different. And you know, we're going to be making a 180-degree turn at the end and coming back over the set of cars we just ran over. So that's going to be different also. So it's going to be pretty neat.
For freestyle here, well, what do you plan on doing for these fans out here?
Hopefully get a lot of air, some long jumps, and you know, just do the most we can. There, you know, donuts down at the starting line in, and you know, just try to give them what they come to see.
Last weekend in Philadelphia, you had a nice run there, but you got cut short because something broke. I believe the steering hose broke there. So, what was your plan of attack going out there for that historic
Well,
event?
lucky for me, the steering hose didn't break. You know, that first jump, you know, I come out big right off the bat. You know, hindsight was probably a mistake. But, you know, that hit pretty hard and my head come down and my chin dug in my chest and give me a severe case of whiplash. So, you know, I was like, oh, I'm tough, I can take it. So then that second jump, that made me realize that this little boy's hurt. And so, you know, that was a rough ride for me, but, you know, we got over it. And we're looking forward to tonight.
Of course, you're going to be doing all the events this year in Englishtown and Gravedigger. Since the lineups are getting better at each show, since in July, MTMTV is going to be coming in with his team of Storm Damage. That's going to be new this year. Are you just planning to go all out every show, even if Tom Mentz is there? Do you plan on one-upping him, or do you plan on staying conservative and?
No, we're going to try to go all out and give these people what they come to pay, you know, what they paid to see.
And one last question. This event here in Englishtown is kind of historic because the Spider-Man name, your teammate, is going to be here. And if you happen to go up against him in racing at all, like let's say the final round, are you going to try to one-up him, or are you going to try to just stay conservative and maybe give him a little tap?
I think it'll be better to dig him a grave instead of getting bit by the spider again.
Maybe are you going to give him a little tap at the end? You know what I'm saying? Hit his tire a little bit?
I might have to hit him pretty hard in the end and get him to roll over in the grave.
Yeah, thanks for talking, Gary.
Thank you, sir.
Good luck tonight.
Good, buddy. How about you?
Good. What's your plan of attack for tonight's event here in Englishtown?
Plan of attack tonight, make it through, man. It's pretty hot out, the wind's picking up, it's nice out, we're just hanging out, having a good time, you know, really no pressure out here to a certain point. Always want to put on a good show, but at the same time, it's tight quarters out here, you got to be safe, really small area. So, you know, put on the best show possible, be safe at the same time, and hopefully please everybody.
Of course, last year you didn't do any racing, but this year there is racing here tonight. And since it's only your second time here, you're not so experienced at it just quite yet. You don't have as much experience as like Whit or Gary or Tom or any of them. So for racing tonight, what's your plan of attack for that?
Plan of attack, man. You know, it's kind of a little bit tough. Hopefully my truck's set up different, a little bit different. I love the stadium. My truck's built for the stadium shows, stadium freestyle and stuff. So it doesn't handle as good as you know when these multiple obstacles in a row. But we've changed some stuff with the shocks and stuff. And if the truck's there and I'm there, I can take them. They're old guys. They're old news, and I want to take over. Not really. These guys are awesome, though. They've been around forever. Like you said, they got a ton of experience here. They do an awesome job. I've watched videos of them from you and stuff like that on YouTube, checking it out. You know, try to learn from it and take what they got and try to use it. And hopefully, I can take a win.
Of course, last year you did an amazing job in freestyle. This year, especially after a great freestyle in Philly, of course you're going to back it up. For freestyle, what's your plan of attack here?
Same thing, man. Small quarters, don't have too much to work with, but still, it's a great show because the people are so close. It's a long, super long area, high speeds and stuff like that. And, you know, you just want to go out there and keep the momentum up out there, keep the action up. It's put on a good show.
Of course, last weekend in Philly, you finished in 3rd place. Do you think that you should have gotten a higher score, or do you really not care about the score?
Bad call. No, you know, it is what it is. The main thing is that it was awesome. I love it when people come in line, they say you should have won or this and that. And a lot of people said that. And all I did was I would tell them to rub it in Tom's face or something like that. You know, it's, like I said, no matter what the score is, whatever it is, as long as people have a great time and they remember you for something, that's all that matters.
Of course, this is definitely a fun place for a lot of drivers because it's of course there are tight corners, but it's an outside facility. You can get some sick jumps out there. Would you ever want to come back here every single year?
I definitely would. It's so relaxed right now. Like right now, all these cars are cranking them up, getting tuned up. I love watching the drag races, coming out watching all the cars. I love any kind of motorsports, and then to come out and be a part of it, I can come out and put on a show for the people, and then also I get to watch a show. So I love coming out here. People are great. The weather's good right now. No rain. So I love coming out. If I can come back every year, I'd come back.
Of course, last weekend you gave Tom a little bump at the end of your freestyle. Do you want to do the same tonight?
If I can get up to him, I'll do it. I'll do it for you.
Okay. Thanks for talking, Adam.
All right, buddy. Talk to you later.